From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, son.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's going to be cloudy, a little bit more cloudy out there for some of us here, maybe a few stray showers here and there, but otherwise just cooler. And then we'll kind of dry things out across the board here for your Thursday and Friday. Yeah, even Friday, but Friday night, Saturday morning, that's a different story. That's when that rain begins to kick in. More showers off and on through the weekend, and then we dry things out again through a good portion of next week. All right, so here's your neighborhood forecast at a quick glance for today. You see more cloud cover out there. Now, places in the valley through the afternoon, especially in, say, Tehama, Glenn, and Butte counties, could see a stray sprinkler or light shower this afternoon. I think better chances for the eastern mountains, in particular the mountains, the mountains east, that is, of eastern Tehama and Butte counties. Lassen and Plumas counties could see some of that as well this afternoon and evening. And then it dries out again, as I mentioned here, as we go into your Thursday. So you can see the cold front off to our west. That's not the one that's going to be giving us the rainfall. It's the one behind that that's going to give us the rainfall. So let's take a look at that here. We take you into your Wednesday. We take you into your Thursday. It's approaching, and it's getting that characteristics of an atmospheric river where it's tapping into that subtropical moisture. That is looking at midnight on Saturday. So Friday night, Saturday, we're getting some pretty heavy rainfall for parts of the North Coast. We're still seeing those showers here for Saturday, and then another weak system coming in on Sunday, giving us another round of showers. There you can see as we go into Sunday night, and for maybe for Monday morning. But really for the most part, Monday and Tuesday are looking dry. That system off to our north and west will most likely stay to our north and west. So let's take a look at that atmospheric river, kind of a little bit more detail here. And there you can see around midnight, there it is, that narrow column of moisture coming in from the subtropics aimed right at Northern California. But rather than some more intense events where you tend to see a lot of rainfall in a short period of time or even over a period of a few days, this one is going to very quickly shift to the south through the day on Saturday. So the main impacts of the atmospheric river are going to be short and sweet with some good rainfall during that time frame, but not a ton. All right, so there's a look at the atmospheric river for the coast. Now you can see here, and unfortunately those days did move a little bit here, but just kind of give you an idea. What you're seeing here, that little spike, that's getting in the weak to even into the moderate category. Now, moderate means that it's beneficial rainfall with the potential for hazards like flooding. So places along the coast, in particular northern Humboldt and Del Norte counties, may quite possibly see some minor impacts with flooding, but otherwise it's just going to be that beneficial rainfall. Unfortunately, those days move as well as this one, but you get the idea. That spike again Friday night into Saturday. You'll notice as you head inland, the impacts are mainly just a weak atmospheric river, meaning just some beneficial rain. We're going to get some good rainfall out of it, but not seeing any major hazards or flooding or anything of that nature. So let's take a look at Futurecast and walk you through the timing of all this. We take you through the afternoon, and there you can see some of the showers popping up, especially in Lassen and Plumas counties. Then we go into tonight, we're completely dry. We're dry through the day on Thursday, a couple of passing clouds, some fog along the coast, mostly cloudy skies for the coast on Thursday. Friday, mostly cloudy on the coast, and now the showers are beginning to move in closer, but still dry, even for Del Norte County. And then through the afternoon, those showers will push into Del Norte County. So we'll call it late in the day on Friday, but everyone else still dry Friday at 5 p.m. By Friday night, now it's moving into Humboldt County, northern Trinity County, and most of Siskiyou County, but still dry for everyone else. And here's the atmospheric river aimed right at northwestern California. This is where we're seeing some of the heaviest rainfall. Now we take you into Saturday around 6 a.m. Now the atmospheric river is pointed to the south of the north coast. Now it's pointed over the valley, working its way into Modoc County. This is where we're going to see some of the heaviest rainfall. But notice a bit of shadowing in the valley with more intensification as it works its way into the eastern mountains. Then we can see that that atmospheric river is now pointed down to our south. It is no longer a part of our weather story. Now we're just dealing with scattered showers, possible thunderstorms Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and then going into Sunday morning. Look at this. It's not very intense. I do think that eventually by late in the day Sunday, we will see more showers entering the picture. So how much rain can we see through at least Sunday morning? Well, forecast models are actually backing down again. They're going to be kind of going, really, there's been a lot of uncertainty in the overall amount of rainfall. But I'd say at least through Sunday morning, 1 to even upwards of 3 inches of rain in parts of the North Coast, in particular, northwestern portions of the state. Del Norte, western Siskiyou, northern Humboldt, and northwestern Trinity County as well. That's where you could see 2-3 inches of rain. You see the yellow? That's 2 inches. You see the orange? That's 4. 3 inches, that is. 4 inches is when you start getting into the reds. So there are spots that could see well over 2, even 3 inches of rain. This is why we talk about that slight potential for some flooding, right? Some minor flooding in some of those areas. But then you head to the south and east of that, not as much of an impact for the valley. Could we see upwards of 1/4 of an inch of rainfall in some spots? It's not out of the question, but it's not going to be a huge event. So when we talk about atmospheric rivers, when we talk about this rain over the weekend, for those of you on the coast, yeah, you're going to feel the impacts. You're going to notice the very wet weather, heavy rainfall. But in the valley, you're going to be like, well, where's this atmospheric river everyone's been talking about, right? Exactly. The atmospheric river is there. It's just not having the same impacts as it's having on the coast in some of those inland areas. And by the way, the storm system over the weekend is going to bring in some gusty winds. Not necessarily today, not necessarily tomorrow, but by Friday night, look at the winds along the coast, 20, even 30 miles per hour, and some of the mountain ridge tops over 30 to 40 miles per hour, but even the valley seeing some gusty winds at times through the day on Saturday. So the storm will also kick up those winds a bit over the weekend, in particular on Saturday. All right, so here's your Wednesday forecast. Clouds, maybe a sprinkle or two for parts of, say, Red Bluff southward, but not enough to get concerned about or canceling outdoor plans over. More of those showers will be into the mountains of eastern Tehama and eastern Butte County, Plumas, and Lassen counties, that chance for some showers. Otherwise, tonight you're dry. Temperatures upper 40s to low 50s for the valley. Looks like 30s and 40s for the higher elevations. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. Starting off with the valley. Dry through Friday, showers Saturday, Sunday, dry Monday and Tuesday. Much cooler, too, over the weekend in the upper 50s to low 60s. For the coast, showers for Del Norte County by Friday afternoon, everyone else Friday night. Inland and even Trinity County, showers through the weekend, dry by Monday, Tuesday. Now we're going to look at the timing of that because we may see some showers on Monday as well. I may be including that word of chance on Monday, we'll see. But there you can see Siskiyou, Modoc County, the Eastern Mountains, dry through Friday. By Friday night into Saturday, you've got the rain, more showers off and on through the weekend, drying out as we begin to go into early next week. All right, that's your afternoon update. I'll be back again at 6 o'clock for a more detailed look at your forecast with your deeper dive forecast as we really analyze this atmospheric river and take a closer look at the latest forecast model data. Until then, have yourselves a great rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you this evening.
At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too, because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.